Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I'm on my way back from the vet. I dropped off Peka's fecal sample this morning, and I got a call that her fecal float and smear came back with no parasites. So when I get home, I'm going to try to introduce Peka to the colony. You go say hi to your friend? Do you care about each other? Or do you know each other's there? Peka's over here. I have Balky and Nateri over here. So far, none of them have come face to face yet. Hi, baby girl. I did make sure that all their nails were trimmed so if they do get in a scuffle, they won't be as likely to hurt each other. So Nateri's making her way over to her, I think. She decided not to. Balky's getting a treat. I take these two pouches that are my kind of save them from each other pouches and sit on them. Okay, so they don't have any pouches in here that smell like them now. All of them are out. None of them have really met her face to face yet though. So this could be a long time before they actually meet face to face. But I do have this sleeping pouch they can go into if they want, but I'm kind of hoping that they don't until they meet her face to face. I'm actually gonna take that away from them. I want them to meet her face to face first. Getting a treat? Get out of here, chubby girl. Oh, somebody's on my back. I think that's Peka. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I cannot see what's happening. I feel like there's 3 of them in my hair. This could be bad. I hope you can see what's happening. Oh gosh. This tent thing might have been a mistake. So far, no major scuffles. I can't see on my head, darn it. I feel like Peka's up there, and I don't know where Stella is. I think she might be behind me. Okay, good. These are the 2 I'm most worried about, so. Oh. my glove ready to separate if I need to. Yeah, you tell her, Stella. Good. Okay, all normal little scuffles there. Let's see. Be nice to my babies. Babies. Okay, now they have all met, so now I'm gonna put the pouch open. So if they want to go in together, they can. So Terry is in the pouch. Peka's over here. Stella's. I'm guessing these two are probably gonna fight for being alpha. Not fight, but like one of them's probably. I'm guessing Peka might be the new alpha. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so Balky's going in the pouch. Peka found a treat. Balky boy, it's okay. It's all okay. Sweet girl. That's Stella and Balky up there. So Balky, Peka's over here. Terry's in the pouch, and Stella's behind me. There's only poop in there now, Peka. Sorry, I don't think you want to eat poop. Okay, Balky just went in the pouch. He keeps going in and out. It's like he's not sure if he wants to go sleep in there or not. Okay, now Peka. Peka's going in. Ooh. Hey. No Peka. Okay, so I just separated that a little bit. We'll see if that happens again. She was trying to dominate Balky. He wasn't having it, and I couldn't quite see what was happening, so I decided just to kind of boot him out of there so I could separate them. Sweet girl, it's okay. It's okay, honey. Whoop. I'm getting a mitt ready to separate them if I need to. They say you should just kind of let them work out some of this hierarchy type stuff, but you just don't want them to ball up to where they're actually like could really injure each other. Don't want them to fight on my head. That would be like worst case scenario. Okay, the colony of 3 is in the pouch. Peka is not, so we shall see if they let her go in there. Peka, you gotta be nice, or they're not gonna accept you. So Peka's trying to find a different place to sleep, I think is what's happening. But the only place is this pouch that has the colony in it, so we'll see if she gets accepted here. I really think they would accept her. She's just being kind of a butt. She needs another nail trim. I just trimmed her not too long ago, but I shouldn't have worn a tank top.
Palky's like on the lookout, like, are you coming back to bite me in the neck? No, Peka, you're not going up my shirt. That's not gonna happen. Okay, when she tries to go back in the pouch, I'll start filming again. So Balky and Peka are not in the, they're still running around. They're running around like crazy people. I don't know if they're having fun, if they're just like trying to figure everything out. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to be pretty instantaneous. The only time they even came close to like really fighting was when they all try to get in the pouch. So that's kind of what I keep waiting for, to see if they're going to do that again. They keep coming, like now Natiri's out of the pouch and she's exploring. So they just seemed already kind of on edge. Dalton got me a long sleeve shirt because they kept climbing on me, and which is fine. So we'll see. All three of them are like, what is going on here? No one is going to sleep, that's for sure. She says that she's really looking for a place to go to sleep now, but she does not want to go in there with them. Of course. Okay, I'm trying in the bathroom and the bathtub now because Peka kept trying to like make a nest under me in the tent. So now I'm trying in the bathtub. That's good babies. Yes. That's nice babies. That's good babies. So loud, isn't it? No, we're not gonna get out. We're all gonna sleep like a nice big happy family in here. It's the only option. It's good babies. It's good babies. Good job. Good job. Yes. I know it's weird. You guys are being so good. You're being so good. Let's be nice to each other, okay? It's okay. Okay. They're clearly still on edge and nervous. And but they are doing good. They're all in there. Thank you, Jesus. I don't think they all want to really be in there, but they're not fighting. That was really cool to watch, actually. They're looking at me like, Mom, do we have to? Do we have to accept her? I picked them up and snuggled them, and then I could tell that mine wanted to climb out and be on me, so I put them back in the bathtub like you saw. I think what I'm going to do is just let them go to sleep in there. I'll stay in here, obviously, and supervise. And then once they're sound asleep, I'll take them and hold on to them, maybe put them in a bonding bag so I can have them on me all evening. And then when I put them in their cage tonight, I'm going to kind of wipe down the bars. I'm not going to do like a super, super deep clean, but just like spot clean, get most of the smell to be off. And then I'm going to put some of Peka's stuff in their cage, leave their stuff that smells like them so that all the smells kind of mix together. I'll probably have more than one sleeping pouch in there for them tonight, just because I don't know. I want them to be able to, but they'll be neutral. They won't smell like either one. They'll all be fresh, new sleeping pouches. So, yay. I'm laying on the floor of my bathroom because I want them to settle in really good and get actually asleep before I move the pouch from the bathtub. So I'm laying on the floor of my bathroom. And I changed my clothes. Again, I had clothes in the bathroom. All right, I'm making dinner now. I have them all in the same pouch in my shirt. So far, so good. Hey, so I realized I started editing this video, and I realized that the audio from my whole car ride, I actually explained a lot about introducing and quarantining and all of those things, and the audio is terrible. You probably heard just that little clip in the beginning. There was like this really, really annoying like clinking noise. I don't know what was going on there. So, but this video is going to be long enough as just kind of a vlog, like more like documenting it. So I'm going to do a separate video about how to introduce your Sugarglider, but this is just my story about how this went with these guys. And Balky there for probably like an hour or so kept kind of poking his head out like he wanted to get out and go sleep somewhere else. But I kept just kind of gently pushing my hand on the top of the pouch, And so then he eventually just settled in, and now they're all like settled in and purring and fine. So yeah. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, ooh, that's cute. I took all of Peka's toys that were in her cage, her toys, her vines, everything, and I put all of them in the new cage that they'll be sharing, not the new cage, my original glider of 3 colonies cage. Anyway, not a new cage for her, so that their smells are all mixed together. So I didn't take out all of the other stuff. I did wipe down some of the bars and stuff, but basically I just want all of their smells to mix. They're still sleeping just fine in the pouch that I introduced them in. I just hooked that onto my bra and put it down my shirt so that I can monitor them, make sure they don't start scuffling. Now, what I'm doing is, and by the way, with glider introductions, and I'll talk about this more in the other video that I do about glider introductions, but it can go from love at first sight, best friends at first sight, all the way to the other end of the spectrum of they want to kill each other instantly, and then everything in between. So you can't just assume that your glider is going to get along with another glider. You have to be smart about and strategic about how you introduce them. And there's lots and lots of different theories and lots of different ways of doing that. And I'll cover a little bit more of that in another video. But the way that, so this is just the way I'm doing it. Doesn't mean it's the only way to do it. So that being said, now I'm taking these blankies that I have that don't have either of their smell on it, and I'm gonna rub it, and I'm gonna rub them all over the inside of each of their sleeping pouches, and I'm going to like try to get as much smell that is their smells mixed onto these blankets. And then I'm going to put those blankets in the 3 or 4 sleeping pouches that I will have in the cage for them tonight. So all of the sleeping pouches, even though they're brand new pouches, will have both of their smell on them. So remember, gliders are very, very smell scent driven. So if I was thinking, and then what you should have done, I only have 2 blankies that were in one of the pouches that Peka was using that smell like her, but I don't have any blankies in my other colonies pouches. So what I should have done, what you should do if you're doing this ahead of time, is have some blankets in both of their pouches, their sleeping pouches, so that when the introduction is to this stage, you can take the blankets out and put, you know, like one that smells like one and one that smells like the other in the combined sleeping pouch. But I didn't do that. So so each blanket will have both of their smell on it, and I kind of like that, the way I'm doing it, but it won't be as strong of a smell as it would have been if I had thought about this ahead of time. So I have all the blankies in here. I'm rubbing them all around, mixing them around with my hand, rubbing them again, and then I'm going to put it in this pouch. All the blankies, and do the same thing. And literally, gliders, if they are not properly introduced, will kill each other. Not always, but sometimes. So you really have to keep an eye on them. I don't think that mine will, just because they're already sleeping together. But like, I just heard a story the other day of a lady whose one glider from one colony got into another glider cage. So one glider from one colony got into another colony's cage, and they actually killed it. So like, this is not just, oh, you're being so weird. Like, this is like a legit, you gotta be careful. So put the pouch in there. I stuck those little pieces of fleece in there. Balky jumped out basically as soon as I put the pouch back. It's about an hour before they normally get up for the night. My original colony of 3 is definitely kind of on edge. They know something weird's happening. And Balky's always first out to explore anytime there's anything new, so that doesn't surprise me. He's smelling her toy. Really getting familiar with her scent. What is that, Balky boy? What is that? What is that, Balky? Huh? The girls are just kind of poking out like, what is going on? I have 2 feeding stations. I have one here and one here, 2 water bottles, so that they don't have to fight over the food and they don't have to take turns as much as they usually do with just their one feeding station. So, what is that, buddy? Huh? Peka didn't crab at all until just before I took her out and put her in here. Not took her out, but took the pouch out of my shirt and put her in here. So she did pretty good. Now Natiri's out exploring. Peka's poking her head out, if you can see that. She's like, what is this Disneyland of a cage? What is this? I have it just totally decked out. I'm so excited for her. Glider go around. She hasn't had a wheel in 5 weeks. I know she's gonna love that. Big floor toy, her toy box, tons of pulleys all over, tons of landing spots, a foraging thing up there. She's just gonna be so excited. I hope she can relax enough tonight to enjoy it. Hey, hey. Uh-oh. You be a nice boy. Okay, well, it's about 10:20. Night 1, and the girls are getting along really good so far, but Balky, not so much. So I'm not really sure what to do. Peka is just really enjoying that wheel. It's her first night being in a big cage in 5 weeks. I don't really feel like she's being the aggressor. So I don't know if this is the right decision, but I made the decision to remove Balky and put him in kind of a timeout cage. I'll show you that. So he's in the smaller cage. The cage is in the same room as the other one. It's facing his cage, so everybody can still see each other, so they don't think that he's just gone. But I don't know what else to do. I don't want to separate her and take her away when she's not really doing anything wrong. Kind of surprises me because when we did the intros, you'll see that she bit him on the back of the neck and he was not happy about that. He wasn't taking that, which I don't blame him. And then before he allowed her to come into the sleeping pouch, I think he nipped her a couple times in the back. I can't tell if he sniffed her or nipped her. Either way, it wasn't hard. And then they were up and around in the same cage for a little while, but then just this last like 20 minutes or so, basically what I just showed you happened probably 3 times in like a 10-minute period. And I was like, okay, this is not good. So I grabbed a pouch and I had to grab him off of the wall. I couldn't get him to come to me. I think he knew he was in trouble. And put him in the timeout cage. I'm sad. But I'm happy to see Peka running on the wheel. She's just like loving it. So that makes me happy. But I don't know if I'm going to keep him in there all night. Part of me wants to say, well, maybe give him a couple hours to cool off. And then the only pouch I have in the timeout cage is the one that she's been using. So he'll have to sleep with her scent tonight. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing my best. This is all kind of you research and you learn all these things, but then you don't really know when it comes down to it if you're doing the right thing. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna put him back in and try one more time or just say he needs to stay away for the night. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing, is just keep him away for the night. I just feel so bad. I feel so bad for him. Anyway. Okay, so it's the next morning. Balky's looking at me like, Mama, I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy. I'll be a good boy. You made me go back in, okay? I'm gonna let him go back in his cage, but I'm gonna keep an eye on him before I go to work. Sounds like Peka's in that pouch. Oh no, Peka's in this pouch. Oh, by herself. That's sad. Oh, what the heck? Okay, now Peka's in this pouch over here by herself. And then my other girls were in this pouch over here. So they did not decide to go in the same sleeping pouch. Okay, I'm gonna put Balky, take him out of timeout, see what happens when I put him in the cage. Yeah, it's a good boy. You can go back in your cage. Yeah. Whoa! Whoa, whoa! Okay, I'm gonna let them see if they can work that out. He went right into her pouch. And now he's gone into a different pouch. Oh boy, those two. Okay, so now she went into a different pouch. Now he's going into the pouch that she was just in. Okay, I missed that one. He did try to go into her pouch. They did the same thing they did last time, and then he went right out and went into the pouch that has the other 3 girls in it. Now he's trying to go back in there. And she's kicking him out again. Oh boy. I'm trying just to let them work some of this stuff out on their own. So she keeps effectively scaring him off from the pouch. So we'll see if that changes. Okay, so Balky ended up going to sleep in the blue pouch you see there with the other 2 girls, and then Peka was in the purple pouch by herself. So when I got home from work, I went ahead and popped Peka out so she'd have to go into the other pouch. So Peka and Balky did not get along yesterday. I'm checking to see if they'll let her sleep in there, if that's the only option. Okay, that's good. They did let her go in. I know. That's good, babies. That's good, babies. Yeah. That's good, babies. I know, Balky. I know you're not happy, honey, but you got to accept her. She's part of the family now. You got to accept her, baby. I know. So I'm going to let them sleep in that pouch together the rest of the afternoon. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to let them sleep in there. I'll probably hook it on my shirt again like I did yesterday and just supervise them until tonight, and then I'll put them all back in the cage again, and I'm gonna let Balky and her try to work it out as long as they don't ball up. So I'm gonna let him chase her around a little bit more now that she's settled in the cage and she's gotten to explore, and hopefully she's a little bit more comfortable. The fact that he's not balling up with her right now is a really good sign. So we'll just see what happens tonight. It's kind of definitely not love at first sight, no one chose to sleep with her, even the girls. They slept in separate pouches when I got up this morning. But they're not fighting right now. So, I mean, they're not in love with each other. They don't really want to be together, but they're also not like worst enemies ever, you know? So I'm hoping that if I do this for... I'm trying to just let them work out some of this hierarchy stuff that they have to figure out without intervening every time. But it's so hard. I mean, as long as they don't ball up, I'm not going to intervene. If they ball up and really start attacking each other, then I'm going to intervene. So we'll see how it goes. I know, he says, Mom, do I have to? That's a good boy, Balky. You just go night-night. That's a good boy. They haven't been sleeping with her, but with Balky sleeping in her pouch last night, the one that had her smell on it, they have all been smelling her all day. So I'm hoping that will help kind of ease the transition a little bit. So hopefully they're just gonna go to sleep now. Okay, I'm just sitting here waiting for them to go to sleep before I take them, and then I'm just gonna do the same thing I did yesterday. I have kind of a stretchy tank on, so I'm gonna hook the C-links on here and then stick them down into my shirt while I make dinner and just go about my evening. I think if I put them in the cage, they would choose to probably go in different sleeping pouches, and I wanna really force them to sleep together. After I stopped filming, there was a couple more, you know, like the little bickering, but nothing major. So they'll love each other eventually. They just don't know it yet. All right, been walking around the house all afternoon, evening with these guys. I look crazy. I look like I have one large saggy boob. Anyway, I'm getting ready for bed, and then I'm gonna put them in their cage. Okay, so again, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing here, but Balky is definitely awake in the pouch. Oh, let's see. He really wants to get out. I mean, he keeps peeking his head out, and I'm purposely letting him stay in there because I feel like the more awake he is bonding, the more likely things might go well tonight. I don't know. So he's moving around a lot in there. He's kind of poking his head out like, hello, I want to go in my cage. And I'm just keeping him in there a little longer than he wants to, because I'm thinking maybe if he's chasing her because he's curious and he wants to smell her, maybe he'll get that out of his system while he's sleeping with her when he's a little more awake. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing any of this right. Honestly, I'm just documenting what I'm doing, so. I think they're getting along better tonight. I think I just saw them interact without any fighting. Are you being such a nice boy, Balky? Are you being such a good boy? Are you being such a good girl, Peka girl? Are you being such a nice girl? You have friends? That's so good. You guys play nice together, so no one has to go in timeout. Yeah. Are you gonna leave her alone? Dude, let her eat her food. Don't be a jerk face. Don't be a jerk face. You be nice, you be patient. She doesn't want to be your friend right now. That's a good boy. Respecting her boundaries. That's good. Good boy, Balky. You show her how you get that treat instead of attacking her. That's good. Teach her something. She doesn't know how to forage and open things like you do. then she can help you get better at your tarot carrying. Looks like I have Mickey Mouse ears. It's my heart, my world heart, and I had a frame around it, but this is where I've been sitting to watch them, and my frame fell off, and so I just didn't put it back on yet. Anyway, I think we have a successful intro. I mean, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but Balky's not chasing her around, and they seem to be getting along. There's a couple little things, but overall, it's going really good. So I'm going to assume that everything's going great. I'm going to end this video so I can keep editing this video. And if something changes, I will either add it to the end of this or I will let you know in another video. But so far tonight, things are going well. Sorry, I keep not looking at you because I'm looking at the cage. So anyway, good night. Thank you for watching. I hope it was entertaining, and I hope maybe you learned something. Like I said, I'll make another video talking more in depth about intros and like different people's theories on them and stuff, and why I did what I did, but this is just documenting it. So if I've made that video by the time you watch this, I'll put it in the description, but if you're watching this right away, I won't have made it, so it won't be there. So don't look. But look, because you might not know. Whatever. I don't know. I'm making the video. I'm sorry. Okay, bye. He started chasing her again just a couple minutes ago. So far, she's just been really running away from him, but he was also like sniffing her really nicely earlier. I think he really just wants to be her friend. I don't know. He just really wants to mate with her or something. I don't know what's going on. She's just trying to live her life and he won't leave her alone, but I have not had to intervene yet. They do seem like they're able to figure it out on their own, so like now he's like, okay, fine, I'll get a drink of water, whatever. She's running in the wheel. So we'll see.